after Gujarat High Court settled the debate over Prime Minister Modi's degree, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal remains defiant and fired a fresh salvo on the Prime Minister. Kejriwal had said that the court's order has raised a lot of doubt in people's mind and has sparked off speculations about the Prime Minister's degrees being altogether fake. Now this, remember, comes at a response to the High Court quashing the CIC's 2016 order and imposing a fine as well on Arvind Kejriwal of 25,000 rupees. In fact, the court has said in black and white that the Prime Minister's office need not furnish his degree and postgraduate degree certificate. It also had pointed out that Kejriwal's insistence on Prime Minister's degree creates doubts on his motives and that such casual requests make a mockery of the very intent of an RTI Act. But the Aam Aadmi Party has stuck to its gun and even has questioned the people of the country that they don't have the right to ask the Prime Minister's degree, and why not. Listen in belligerence despite the court having fined the the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal.
प्रधानमंत्री का पढ़ा लिखा होना क्यों जरूरी है? प्रधानमंत्री को एक ही दिनों में सैकड़ों फैसले लेने होते हैं, विज्ञान से संबंधित, अर्थव्यवस्था से संबंधित। हाईकोर्ट के ऑर्डर ने प्रधानमंत्री जी की शिक्षा को लेकर जो संशय था वो और बढ़ा दिया है। इस बात का लोगों को जवाब नहीं मिल पाया कि प्रधानमंत्री जी कितने पढ़े लिखे हैं। अगर डिग्री है और वो सही है तो डिग्री दिखाई क्यों दी क्यों नहीं जा रही?
क्या देश का प्रधानमंत्री नकली और फर्जी डिग्री लेकर देश की सत्ता पर राज कर सकता है? क्या देश के प्रधानमंत्री की डिग्री जानने का हक देश के करोड़ों लोगों को नहीं है? 140 करोड़ लोगों ने चुनकर उनको अपना प्रधानमंत्री बनाया है। क्या उनको नहीं मालूम होना चाहिए कि उनके प्रधानमंत्री ने कितनी पढ़ाई लिखाई की है?
In fact, Times now has accessed Prime Minister Modi's mark sheet from his master's course, which lists the subjects that he studied as part of it. In fact, Times now has also accessed the election affidavit, where the Prime Minister has listed the details of his education as per protocol. Now, in this affidavit, Prime Minister has declared that he did his master's from Gujarat University in 1983. In fact, the BJP has lashed out at the AAP, accusing it of trying to deflect attention away from corruption against AAP's former ministers.
मैं कोर्ट का ऑब्जर्वेशन आपके सामने पुनः उसका मेंशन कर रहा हूं. फर्दर, डिस्पाइट द डिग्री इन क्वेश्चन बीइंग पुट ऑन द वेबसाइट ऑफ द petitioner university for all to see, despite this fact being made explicitly clear with precision in the pleading before the court, and despite the respondent never disputing the degree in question either during the pendency of these proceedings or even during the final hearing.
आज कोर्ट ने 25,000 रुपए का जुर्माना भी लगाया है अरविंद केजरीवाल के ऊपर. मेरा मानना है दिल्ली और देश को ऐसे खतरनाक मंसूबों के व्यक्ति से सतर्क रहना चाहिए और कोर्ट को भी लगातार मिल रही अरविंद केजरीवाल जैसे व्यक्ति से कोर्ट विरोधी टिप्पणी के लिए संज्ञान लेना ही चाहिए.
Well, let me go across to our panelists. Joining us today here on Times Now, Vinit Goenka, BJP spokesperson, Hakeem Rizvi Ilahi is also joining us, a political analyst, as well as Parvinder Singh Sethi, another political analyst. Mr. Goenka, I'm going to be coming to you first because I'd like to quote Arvind Kejriwal. Despite the fact that he was fined yesterday by the courts, he puts a premium when it comes to education. Arvind Kejriwal, even today, has said the High Court's order has increased the doubts on Prime Minister's degree. If he has a degree and if it's real, why isn't he showing it?
Ram Ram to you, Meghna ji, and to my co-panelists and all the viewers who are watching this particular part. Intoxicated with power and the illicit money which he has right now got from the liquor gate scandal. Probably he has to answer to the people. If he has IIT, if he is an IRS, if he was with Charity of Missionaries, if he was with Anna Hazare, why then he had in his own house, in his own cabinet, people like Sisodia, SatyendarJain, Somnath Bharti, Tahir Hussain and Amartullah Khan. He has to explain to the people of Delhi as well as to the people at large. Why did he allow liquor gate Why did he allow schools to throw out the students from the classrooms? Are you aware that more than 1 lakh students were thrown out in one single academic year in 2017-18? And this has been reported by Times of India, not by Bhartiya Janata Party or anybody else particular. So also have to tell people, why did he allow Tahir Hussain in his team, who is involved in killing Hindus and also killing an IB officer? Why did he allow Somnath Bharti, who has been accused of beating his own wife? So the person who calls himself as to be an IITian or IRS, partner of Anna Hazare, partner of Charity of Missionaries, if his backyard is full of criminals, convicts, then why do you have to answer him? His friends are either in jail और आर ऑन बेल। ये जो जेल और बेल में रहने वाले लोग हैं जो सोमरस के पैसे से मस्ती कर रहे हैं, जिनके अंदर मदमस्ती है सत्ता की, उनको क्या जवाब दे? बेशरम लोग हैं ये।
But at the end of it, it's not about politics. The way I see it, and I beg to differ with you, it's not about politics at all. Does a degree define a leader? Because on your screens you can see some of the big names who have had not as illustrious degrees, however, as leaders they have led and they have shown that initiative. Let's remind you, Indira Gandhi, education, she was school passed. You have Kamaraj, you have J.J. Lalla, you have M. Karunanidhi. There are several such instances. Uma Bharti, Rabdi Dedi, all of them have led. Does it matter, even especially for the Aam Aadmi Party? Amanatullah Khan, he's also school passed. There's Naresh Balyan, again of the Aam Aadmi Party. He is class 9 pass. Does it stop them from being elected? And if they have been elected by the people, when you mock the people for the degrees that they don't have, however they've been picked by the people, have you now mocked the mandate of the people? That's the question. Can a degree alone define a leader? In fact, this is a call-in show. We are asking you, the viewers, to connect with us. We've opened our call lines. Let me go across to some of them. There is Kumar calling us from Bengaluru. After that, there's Captain Jaspal Singh, Rajiv, Shivakumar, Venkatesh. I'll go across to all our viewers. Kumar, starting with you. Go ahead. What would you like to say?
Yes, ma'am. First of all, I want to tell that the media and the news channels must be in the favor of, they should be the voice of the people, not of any political parties.
Yes.
And afterwards,
but my question is, Kumar, do you think a degree alone makes for a perfect leader?
Yes.
Okay. So there are those who put a premium on a degree. Let me go across to our other viewer, Captain Jaspal Singh from Rohtak. He is also joining us. Captain, what would you like to say?
Good evening, and good evening to the panelists, distinguished panelists. What I want to say is, a man who knows the least administers the best. Degree has no correlation with the governance. Low class chalta hai, low class se. Now, who is preaching this? A man who doesn't sign a single file, single letter, because he is scared that what he is doing, he shall be caught. Thirdly, this gentleman, to be in the party, you must download Kejriwal app. You must be prepared to be a fourth-grade citizen in India. And you have nothing to, no achievement to your credit, except saying what Kejriwal says is the gospel truth.
Okay.
He is the most discredited politician in this country. He should not be given any space even for such talk.
Okay.
He is absolutely rubbish.
So you are saying that this is essentially a deflection from his own doing. Let me go across to our other viewer, Shivakumar from Bengaluru calling us. Go ahead, Shivakumar.
Madam, no degrees can lead the leader. His attitude, it's a disciplinary work, it's social work, all will give the collective leader quality, madam.
Well, absolutely, Shivakumar. In fact, on your screens, you can see some of those examples. Anna Hazare, someone who was the very founder of that entire Anna Hazare movement, from which you had the genesis of the Aam Aadmi Party. Of course, Rabindranath Tagore, he was a college dropout himself, one of the most noted poets, writer, philosopher and artist. Everyone till date, we take pride in the legacy that he's left behind. You have the likes of Mark Zuckerberg and several such instances I can give. Steve Jobs, he's also just a school pass, never went to a college. Of course, you have Bill Gates, one of the biggest voices, some of the biggest faces and change makers of the universe, who have had very little education and don't reach up to some of the faulty high standards standards perhaps to the others. Let me go across to our viewer, Venkatesh, joining us from Bengaluru. Go ahead, Venkatesh.
Good afternoon, ma'am. See, I think that from what I remember reading online somewhere, even Kejriwal's own IIT degree has got some shadow of doubt behind it. It's a miracle somebody like him got voted in 2 states in India. It's really scary. Regarding educational qualifications, till 2014, we had a Prime Minister who was quiet on every front, Mr. Manmohan Singh.
Okay.
Who was apparently a PhD in, to his credit, Cambridge, pata nahi kya qualification, but a totally useless puppet Prime Minister. So for all I care, even if Modi ji is a second standard pass, I really don't care. He's done a lot more for our country than any of the other prime ministers in the recent...
Okay, so these are the personal views of all the viewers who are calling in. We are not screening any of these calls. This is the pure views, the opinions that are coming in, and we are putting it on air. These are our viewers calling us. Parvinder Singh Sethi, you would have found those answers and those opinions very interesting, I'm very sure. But someone like Arvind Kejriwal, he in the past has never spoken the way he is now, because Amanatullah Khan, he may be just school passed, that never stopped him from getting a ministry, because Arvind Kejriwal reposed his faith in it. Also, there are Naresh Balyan, several others who, Naresh Balyan, for example, he was class 9 pass. However, he's still an MLA. He was given a ticket by Arvind Kejriwal because they saw merit in perhaps the work and the intellect. So why is a degree suddenly so important for Arvind Kejriwal? Is he trying to deflect?
नहीं, देखिए, आप अमतुल्ला खान या नितेश बलियान जिनके भी आप नाम ले रहे हैं, उनको आप देश के प्रधानमंत्री से कंपेयर नहीं कर सकते.
इंदिरा गांधी को कर लेते हैं. इंदिरा गांधी also never went to university. She dropped out. इंदिरा गांधी से कर लीजिए आप.
नहीं, मैं I am coming to that point. जब पुराना जमाना जो आप बात कर रहे हैं, 30-40 साल पुराने समय की बात कर रहे हैं, उस समय ये एक स्ट्रक्चर था, हमारा पॉलिटिकल स्ट्रक्चर था. लेकिन आज वो समय आ गया. हम ये नहीं कह रहे मोदी जी को हटा दिया जाए. मोदी जी प्राइम मिनिस्टर हैं, मोदी जी देश के प्राइम मिनिस्टर हैं. लेकिन आने वाले समय में अगर आप किसी पार्षद को चुनते हैं, अगर आप किसी विधायक को चुनते हैं, अगर आप किसी सांसद को चुनते हैं, और देश के प्रधानमंत्री जिसने इतने बड़े देश की बागडोर संभालनी है, उसकी बेसिक क्वालिफिकेशन तय नहीं होनी चाहिए. एक चपरासी रखा जाता है सरकारी नौकरी के लिए, वो 8वीं 10वीं पास उसकी एजुकेशन.
अरविंद केजरीवाल ने तो खुद मंत्री बनाया था अमानतुल्लाह खान को. उनकी एजुकेशन देखिए हमारे स्क्रीन में चलती है, वो तो स्कूल पास थे.
नहीं, वो स्ट्रक्चर है ना. नहीं, पॉलिटिकल नहीं, वो प्रधानमंत्री तो नहीं बना दिया उन्होंने.
अच्छा, मतलब प्रधानमंत्री नहीं बना. एमएलए और टिकट देना था ठीक है, कैबिनेट मिनिस्ट्री देना था ठीक है, प्रधानमंत्री नहीं. हकीम रिजवान, अच्छा, Hakeem Rizwan, things have changed is what Mr. Sethi is telling us, that things have changed, and this qualification, Indira Gandhi may have had less qualification. Today it's unacceptable.
Ma'am, as we are saying that PM is the highest post in India. And why is it wrong if we are asking him to show his qualifications? If any institution is run by somebody who has got good degrees, who has got, those parameters, he has to fit into those parameters and then become the head of that institution. And if we are asking this question to somebody who is holding the highest post in the country, in the nation, why can't we ask such a question to him?
Okay.
India is changing and things have changed, and the Prime Minister of India has to be educated. And if he is educated, why isn't he showing his degrees? There is nothing wrong in saying so. Everybody wants an educated person, an expert, in any institution. So we're asking a simple question. So why to make a havoc out of it?
Why make a havoc out of it? Vinit Goenka, let me also point out one thing, that everyone from the AAP and others who disagree with the Prime Minister's ideology, they have been saying BJP also puts a premium on education. They are the ones who have launched Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. It is important for the BJP also, Beti ko isliye padhao, because you want educated people. Today when education ki baat aa rahi hai, now you are saying it doesn't matter.
Well, we have never said education does not matter, but let me remind the viewers once again. 2013, I remember posters been seen just behind the rickshaws, blaming Kejriwal, blaming Sheila Dikshit, Lalu, Chidambaram, Sibal, everybody. Then we also saw Mr. Kejriwal blaming LG for not performing or not allowing him to perform here. Then he started blaming agencies that only Sisodias and Somnath Bhartis have been harassed by the agency. Then they also started blaming the bureaucracy. I saw a tweet of his, a video of his, where he's saying that bureaucrats may try to fool around with the Prime Minister. Well, Mr. Kejriwal, bureaucrats are honest, they have studied, they have effortfully entered the system. Do not blame everybody like what you have done. Maybe probably you have fooled people around there.
Okay.
He has to rather answer what is the educational qualification or the qualification of the people who recommended Bharat Ratna. He said Satyendar ko or Manish ko Bharat Ratna milna chahiye. Is that the only criteria there was they are corrupt, they are been now in jail. So he has to answer to the people. He's trying to deflect the attention. I would like to bring back the attention. He has to answer to the people.
But you've deviated from the subject. You're using the platform to speak about Aam Aadmi Party, but the question was something else.
No.
Mr.
The
Goenka.
question is very simple. People of Delhi have elected. He made a government.
Okay.
Why did Sisodia go to jail? Why is SatyendarJain been languishing in jail for 8 months? Why is Amanatullah Khan convicted? Why is Tahir Hussain been convicted?
That is a different
what
conversation.
What is the problem with Rakhi Birla's relative and is he been accused?
Points which
what is
both
the
parties are trying to score above each other.
Aam Aadmi Party
Our
is a
simple
gang
question,
of
and this is something that we want our viewers to think about. Can a degree define a leader? Does an education itself mean that they are going to be patriots? Those are big questions that perhaps we must sit and introspect about, because at the end of it, let's face it, the politicians will continue to play politics over it, but we have seen the same taint on both the sides, isn't it? But thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us here on the show, and of course you, the viewers, all of you, for having called in. Several others have been calling in. Unfortunately, we're running out of time. We can't incorporate your phone lines, but this continues to be our top focus story.